So first of all, not everybody that gets chemotherapy these days loses their hair. So don't assume that as a caregiver or friend. But most breast cancer patients and a lot of ovarian cancer patients and a lot of the most common cancer patients, if they have to have chemotherapy, they are going to lose their hair. You know, that's probably the most stressful part for a mom or a dad when discussing things with their children. Because you can keep a lot of things from your kids and not tell them about some of the scary things that could be happening because they don't really need to know a lot of those things. But hair loss, of course, isn't one of them. Your kids are going to notice when that occurs. So of course, this happens a lot in our office, and we take care of a lot of people who have young children. And so I've seen most of my insight into this I have gleaned from my patients themselves who have gotten really creative and done some really neat things to address this with their children. So first of all, I think it's important to just tell your kids. I think that it's a little bit scarier for children to watch it happen if they don't know that it's going to happen. So I usually advise my patients, you need to tell them that you're going to lose your hair so they're prepared. And it might scare them a little bit, but truthfully, if mom and dad are okay, kids are okay. So you can, I say, your hair's going to fall out and you're going to cry. And it's okay to cry in front of your kids, but then your kids get to see you pull yourself up by your bootstraps and get through it. And what a moment for your children to watch you get through that with poise. And so that's a teaching moment for you, to teach your children on how you can do that. You can make it really fun for kids. And when kids are having fun, they forget scary things. And so usually I tell the moms, I say, if you mom or dad are brave enough to do this with your kids, you should tell your kids, you can dye my hair any color you want. Pick a color, we'll go to the store, you can pick any color you can dye. You can dye it 2 colors if you want. It's gonna fall out next week, so you can shave it into a mohawk if you want. You can shave it however you want. And then if your kid's been wanting a mohawk, you maybe let him get a mohawk too, or something ridiculous that used to seem like a big deal because now it doesn't seem like a big deal anymore, right? These are small things. So let your kids have a little bit of fun with it with you, and then you'll be having fun, and before you know it, that part's a little bit easier. Because it's a tough day on that day that your hair falls out. It's tough for the family because it's the first sign that things are really real. But everybody wakes up the next day and they're okay. And so you have to kind of get your kids through it that way with some fun things. A few other things I've seen patients do, the fake tattoos that they have that you can get that stick on. I've seen women come in with a little row of flowers all the way around their head, looking like a little halo of little flowers, like they had a little crown on. And I've seen moms let their 5 and 6-year-old boys get tattoos of Pokemon or whatever tattoo and put it on their head. They're going to fall off anyway and they're bald. And the moms are usually wearing a cap or a hat or something out, and so they don't care. They let their kids put tattoos on their heads. That's pretty fun. And if you have teenage girls or older girls that think shopping and things like that are fun, it's really neat to include them in that. I think if you can include your children in as much of it that you think they can handle, because you know your kids the best. We shouldn't be telling you how to discuss things with your children, but if you think your kids can handle some of these things, including them in parts of it always is going to make it a little bit easier. So hat and scarf parties are fun, or just saying to your daughter, you know what, I'm going to pull you out of school for a half day and you're going to go wig shopping with me. So there's lots of interesting things you can do like that to make it really fun.